Okay, thank you so much for hosting us for such a great conference. I've got a presentation called Payment Methods in E-commerce because I am the graduate student of e-commerce major in University of Economics in Katowice in Poland. So I'd like to present you some interesting facts about payment methods in e-commerce and with specified specifically in Poland. I've got the presentation is divided into two parts. The first one is about online payment systems. What are they? The advantages and disadvantages, and I can present you some data and facts. And the second part of the presentation is called main payment solutions in e-commerce, with the division of specific payment solutions in Poland, which are being developed and presented to the global stage. So firstly, online payment systems, what are they? Online payment systems, and in principle the electronic payment system, are because it affects the choice of quick payments by customers. Because they expect the transactions to be as secure as possible. The second advantage is convenience and time saving, because when you do the express online transfer, the order is made in a moment. And the other advantage is installment payment. This is one of the newest methods in use in e-commerce, because it's important in stores selling expensive products in particular. The main disadvantages, on the other hand, are definitely fees and commissions, because fast payments are charged with them, and it's a form of operators' remuneration for the service rendered. And the commission for quick payments is determined as a percentage of the transaction value, and sometimes as an additional one-off amount for each operation. And the other disadvantage is that online payment systems usually require transition accounts, so-called sub-account, and it's not immediately transferred to the store's bill after the payment, because the transfer is accumulated on the sub-account and then directly to the online store. And how do we pay? I divided the six main payment solutions in e-commerce. Firstly, payment gateways and express bank transfers called pay by link. Then paying with credit or debit cards, with text messages called SMS Premium, with electronic wallets such as PayPal, MasterPass, Revolut, which will be explained in a short time. Then the new payment solutions such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, Alipay, WeChat Pay, and Blik. Blik is a specific Polish invention, which will be explained nextly, and installment online payments. But there is also a possibility to pay while the parcel with the product is delivered, called cash on delivery. Which payment methods motivate Poles to shop online? According to the survey conducted by Genius service in Poland, it seems that 66% of Poles like to pay with fast transfer via payment service such as PayU or something like that. But Also, there are very popular solutions such as traditional transfer, cash on delivery, or payment by card payment by card, credit card or debit card when placing the order. The least popular are payment with deferred deadline, text messages, or installment payments, which are less than 10% of respondents. The e-commerce in Poland 2019 report says that among the various available forms of payment, internet users most often choose the option of quick transfer through the payment service, and this option is indicated by 66% of buyers, which I've said before. But it's also worth mentioning that the youngest, less than 24 years, are the most often open to various forms of payment, from traditional ones such as bank transfer, cash on delivery, or cash on delivery, to card payments when placing an order, and also they use mobile payments. To be brief, I skipped to the second part, which are called main payment methods in e-commerce. E-transfer is a payment method that automatically completes the final transfer form for the customer, and it's the most popular and convenient form of e-commerce. The transaction is smooth. The data in the form in the online banking system is filled in automatically, so there is no way to make a mistake, and the transfer is taken immediately. And express transfers use payment gateways, so the online payment system will automatically fill in the transfer form in the online banking system. But as I've mentioned before, they use transitional transitional account, so the money is transferred immediately, but they are not immediately in the e-store account. Firstly, we have to register and sign the contract with the payment operator, and then implement the payment gateway in the online store. But it's the one-time steps. Then the payment by the customer for the product bank is via the gateway. Then the operator confirms the payment by sending an email, and the recipient accepts the payment and has the money at the level of the payment system panel. Lastly, the seller transfers the funds to receive to his bank account. Paying with a credit or debit card in the internet is not very popular and relatively rarely practiced. Instead of entering the card into the terminal and entering the PIN number, you use the number entered with convex digits on the card and the expiry date of the card. Sometimes, in order to additionally authorize and ensure maximum transaction security, for example, using the 3D Secure protocol, it may be necessary to enter the 3-digit CVC security code, which is located on the back of the card. Sometimes.
Understand we should finish, right?
Okay, so the rest of the presentation will be provided in the materials, so you can get to know with all I wanted to say. Thank you so much for listening to me.